They run the counter. Lamb, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Patriots will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Play action fake. They'll look to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
Here's 2nd and 8. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. We're scoreless after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got his big tight end here. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and bumped their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lamb. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. With his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
On 1st down, Lamb, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 7.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Lamb, and he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Pats are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety.
I have to think the sooner halftime can get here for them, the better, because that first half has been rough, and that safety, it only adds to their issues. The other sideline, though, I think they're fine if we just skip the break and keep playing.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Steps away. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this one is incomplete.
I know that pass was incomplete, but I'm awfully impressed with how he was able to maintain his vision, because normally when you break out to the left that way, it narrows everything down, almost becomes a half-field read. But he's able to still see the entire playing surface and try to connect all the way back to the right.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Patriots are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest when a guy with that type of speed, you do something. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They're going to look to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Open man to tight end Henry. And they move this all the way down to the 9th. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll run with Sanders. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Back to throw here. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Lamb.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on first down. It's Lamb. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now a handoff up the middle. Lamb.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And even 100 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On first down, it's Lamb. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying again another day.
18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Patriots' 8-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lamb, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from going up by 30.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. This is caught inside the 15.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Chargers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
They run the counter. It's Lamb. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 16, Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Up the middle they go. Lamb, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert, he finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here, some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals.
Well, I mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'll probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
He completes it to Henry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now back to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly what they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Now the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Chargers 37, Patriots 7. Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lamb.
He's got it to the 43 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. He was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. Going right side. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 33. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try the left side. Lamb gets around him. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Play action. It's Herbert. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Right after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the